Hello Africa, this is London calling here. You're welcome to Don P Television, and today we want to take you around the city of London and show you how wonderful the sun is being respected in this part of the world. With me, I'm going to take you around some very wonderful people. Some of them are British, some are English, some are none, but they are all residing in London, and they are what make London tick. As you must know, London is now an ethnic nationality country, especially the city, where you can find everything in the world. But there's one wonderful thing about today. Today has been predicted to be the most hottest day in London. 37 degrees, gentlemen and ladies, and that's about 90 Fahrenheit. It is unprecedented. There has never been a hot day like this in London. But come with me now and let me take you around London and show you how the people feel in London. I've just got a very young, wonderful gentleman here in London, and I'm going to ask him to talk to you guys directly, one-to-one. What's your name, please?
Christy Whitmarsh.
Christy Whitmarsh. Christy, are you a Londoner? How long have you been in London?
All my life.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. What do you feel about today, especially?
It's unbearable, it really is. It's too hot.
It's too hot?
Too hot, way too hot.
But it looks like, from experience, that people in London are very excited if the sun is coming.
That's the thing, you see, we get excited when we hear about the sun, because it's all usually rainy and overcast and horrible.
Yeah.
But then when the sun comes, we can't cope with it. We just can't do it. It's too hot. I mean, I'm working over at the Goose Green Estate,
okay,
in a warehouse. And it's cooler in there than like out here.
Yeah.
But it's still too hot. I mean, I am sweating bucket loads. It's unbearable. You know, you're just constantly doing this and wiping your forehead.
Yeah, yeah.
It's too much.
You've been on holidays outside London?
Yeah, yeah.
Where do you go for holidays?
Usually Spain or Ireland.
And why do you go to Spain, really?
Well, Spain, because what happens is, usually in the summer, the past couple of years, it has been getting hotter over here, but usually, it's usually never like this. It's usually rainy and overcast, and just, it's not nice. I mean, you've always got to wear trousers and a coat and everything. So we usually just go to Spain for the sun, you know, just to warm yourself up. For the sun? Yeah. Wow.
Now that you have got the sun here, the sun is giving you some little bit of temperament. Are you tanning? Is your color changing?
I am actually. Yeah, I have tanned quite a bit. I mean, I'm quite dirty, but like compared to what I used to be, I mean.
If you were in Africa, how would you have felt?
I wouldn't know what to do with myself. It'd be constantly too hot. I mean, I'm hot in shorts and a vest right now, but in Africa, I really don't know how you lot cope with it. It's way too much. I mean, this is now, yeah, but as you say, you lot are used to this every day and hotter.
Yeah.
And we can't even deal with it now. It's too much. It really just is too much.
Do you like to meet anybody in Africa, pen friend or email friends, whatever?
Yeah. I mean, I've got my mum's boss's husband, Sylvester. He's in Nigeria at the moment.
All right.
And I've been over with him. I went over with him when I was younger, probably about 8, and we met all of the family over there, and it was so hot. I mean, I was 8, and I mean, I was still a kid, so I was kind of like able to cope with it, kind of thing. Yeah. But it was, I just remember it being sweltering heat. I was just constantly drinking water, and you know, but they was really nice people over there. They were so kind, and they always laughed at me because I'd be sitting in the shade, just sitting there like this, just fanning myself, and they're all just laughing at me, running around playing football.
this is Filippo from Italy.
Yeah.
Filippo, buongiorno.
Buongiorno te.
Buongiorno means what, please?
Buongiorno means good morning.
Ah, I have known the word, but I've never known the meaning. Filippo is in London for just some couple of weeks, months with the sister. He says he's visiting London, he likes London, and I'm going to take him through some interview of what he feels about London and the weather in Italy and here. We are talking about the weather, the sun especially, in London. And in Italy, you have some sunny weather, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's hot in Italy.
Yeah. Hotter than here, I think.
Well, today is supposed to be the hottest day in London.
Yeah.
How do you compare this weather to Italy? Is this like the hottest time in Italy?
Yeah. I called at home yesterday.
Okay.
And they told me that there were 5 degrees more than here.
Now, in Italy, you have a lot of other people who live there, like from Africa, from different parts of the world.
Yes, maybe less than here.
Maybe less than here?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
London is very cosmopolitan.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Now, how would you compare the weather in London as you have been here and Italy now?
Now, but I think that I expected colder weather in London.
Yeah, you expected London to be cooler than Italy, and only to find out that.
But it's quite hot in these weeks, yeah, and I enjoy it.
Now, are people in Africa, who are going to see this interview, have been in this constantly. We have season. We don't have winter, autumn, and summer. We just have 2 seasons. Now, those as Africa, today to our people in Africa who are always in the sun. This is a message to them, because you are always in the sun in Italy too.
Yeah, I don't understand very well. Sorry.
How can they? How can they cope with the sun? Is it by having the bath all the time?
Yeah.
And what kind of food is good for the sun?
Food?
Yes.
Fruits.
Fruits?
Yeah.
Oh. And what kind of wine or beer or?
No, I think no. Water is better with the sun.
Well, that's Filippo. Filippo is recommending that the greatest healing for sun, water. Boy from Italy is in London for some couple of weeks more, you said. Sister? Filippo, it's been a very lovely time talking to you today.
Thanks.
Could you send any message to the Nigerian girls?
Oh.
Say hello to them, please.
I can say in Italian.
Yeah, why not?
Ciao to all the beautiful Nigerian girls, and I hope to go in Nigeria.
Lovely.
One time.
Yeah, why not? We'll invite you. And then what do you say if you want to leave each other in Italy?
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Hey, this is a very fantastic one here, because I just met one of the England beauties, you know, and I welcome you to meet my guests. My next guest is Sahara.
Hello.
Hi, Sahara.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Wow, you have a very good lunch there, aren't you?
Yes, thank you, in the sunshine.
Lovely. Sahara, you live in England, of course.
Yeah.
You must be British.
Yes.
Look at the sun today. You've been around here. Today is supposed to be 37 degrees.
Yeah.
And we are sitting right under the 37 degrees. How do you feel about that?
I think it's lovely. We never get any hot weather. Like last week, one week it's hot, the next week it's raining, one week it's hot, next week it's raining. So it's never, for 3-4 months, it's never really hot. It's only once in a while. It's nice, it's lovely. You can go and do something outside, eat, anything.
How many times in a year, like in the summer, this is summer now, how many times have you had this weather this hot this year, for example?
How many times this year?
Yeah.
It's not been too bad. It's been maybe 3 weeks.
Wow.
For the hot weather to happen.
How many, in a few times you can remember in the past, have you had any hot summer like this before?
Well, I've been told I was away at the time, but I think 3 years ago it was really, really hot in the whole of Europe. But as far as I can remember, the last 2 years weren't good at all. Wasn't this hot, not this hot.
So Sarah, what are you doing outside here in the park?
Well, you can't sit in the park when it's raining.
No.
So you sit outside when it's nice and hot. You can enjoy your food, drink, friends, enjoy the fresh air. It's nice.
And so Sarah, and for the ladies in Africa as well, what cologne do you use?
Cologne?
What cologne, or what are those extra things they can also use, because constantly they're under the sun?
Oh, I suppose because I'm brown already,
yes.
It helps me more to not get too hot and sweaty. I'm probably better equipped. Not to, just deodorant really, nothing too much, and nothing too smelly, because you get sweaty and it smells too much.
Yes. All right, that's a normal
deodorant.
Yeah. What other countries have you visited before?
I've travelled around Mexico and South America. I spent 4 months in Bangladesh when I was younger.
Wow.
When I was about 13.
Yeah.
I've been to France. I went to Sicily.
Wow. You've been around, girl.
I've tried to.
Oh, wow. And now that the summer is here and you're enjoying this very hot weather, back home in Africa, they have this constantly.
Yeah.
How do you feel if you were in Africa having the sun every day? Would you have loved it?
I think as an African, you're probably more used to it every single day, so it's your way of life.
Yeah.
Same in Bangladesh, it's their way of life. You've adapted to it. Everything, your train, like your buses.
Yes.
Like I know in Bangladesh, our buses don't have any windows, so you get the air when you're going. You're better adapted at everything.
Yes.
And everything's outside, so in the shops are nice and everything's more, I think, better. It's more outside.
Yeah.
Everything, you're probably better adapted. And here, if it's really, really hot, everyone suffers. If it's really, really cold, everyone suffers.
A lot of guys are going to see you being interviewed and like, wow, that's some angel. So could you please just send a greeting to the boys in Africa, please?
Hello.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, here I'm in the center of the southeast of London, Southwark Borough. This is Elephant and Castle. I tell you one thing, there are loads of the mixture of London right here in Elephant and Castle. You have the good, the bad, the ugly in Elephant and Castle. and I'm so lucky I've met some wonderful people. Hey guys, I'm going to be introducing them to you one after the other. I'll start with you. What's your name, sir?
Simon.
Simon. What's your name, sir?
Ronnie.
Ronnie. What's your name, madam?
Nashiba.
Nashiba. What's your name?
Yeah, my name's Dave.
Dave. I come to Simon. Simon, we're talking about the weather. How do you feel about this weather today?
I love it.
Yeah?
I wish it was like it every day of the year.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
How many times do you get the sun like this in London?
Oh, it depends, you know. Maybe we get it for a week. Sometimes we don't get it as hot as this all year.
So what do you do when the sun comes out?
Sit in the garden sunbathing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sunbathing?
Have a beer and, you know, and this sort of thing.
That sounds good. And how about you, mister?
Alright, we don't get the sun a lot, but as you can see, I love it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I wish we had it all the time, like you in Africa.
Oh, but then if the sun comes like this every day,
yeah,
would you like to work on the sun?
No, I don't like to work when it ain't like this. I like work all the time.
Okay, let's talk to Nashiba. Nashiba, we're talking about the sun here, and you are the only lady among the group that we're talking to. Now tell us, from the ladies' angle, how do you feel about the sun really?
Love the sun. We need the sun actually. We got our vitamins from the sun, it's needed for our blood, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're naturally sun people, so.
So what do you do in the sun yourself?
Well, I don't strip, but I enjoy the sun while it's here.
No, but when you say strip doesn't mean you have to go commando. Strip doesn't mean you have to go commando.
It's the nearest you'll get to me.
Oh, really?
Stripping, that's
Where
it.
have you been on holidays? Is it the sun that takes you to places, or?
Well, when I can afford it, yeah, why not?
Where have you been to some places?
South America.
Oh, okay. Where? Brazil or?
Well, I've been Ecuador and I've been Peru.
Wow.
Yeah.
The sun as well. Wow. I'll come back to you. Thank you.
And the salsa.
And the salsa. Yeah, brother. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad.
You said you are Dave, yeah?
Yeah.
Hi, Dave.
All right.
How do you feel about the sun?
Yeah, I like it, but like, you know, sometimes it's a bit, you know, extreme, like, you know what I mean? Like having to work in it and stuff like that.
Have you been to parts of Caribbean or Africa?
Yeah, St. Lucia.
St. Lucia?
Yeah.
Is the sun this hot?
Yeah, it is, but I think like it's a little bit different, isn't it? I think there's a bit of a breeze there still, but like there don't seem to be much of a breeze here. It's just full on, you know?
Yeah.
And like when you go in some of the buildings, they're not air conditioned, and it's like it's just stuffy in there.
Wow. So what do you do in the sun? Like
what
a day of to-do, yes.
Yeah, well, like let's not count today, or let's say like if when I'm finished, I just gotta chill out in the park and maybe have a beer or something like that. You know what I mean? Have like some cold drinks, and that's it. And just take off as much clothes as I can get away with.
Hey, the girls in Africa are watching you, right?
Yeah.
What would you say to them?
About what? About what? About what? The sun or about?
What would you say to them about the weather?
The weather is like the weather is really hot over there. Over here, I don't know what it's like in Africa. You know what I mean? I don't know if there's any breeze blowing there, but it is really hot, and it is like being out in the Caribbean, except for you don't have as much as a breeze.
So maybe in the future you'd like to come to Africa and experience how the sun is there?
Yeah, and meet the girls of Africa, you know?
Yes! And so, now, I'm just, you know, if you, for example, have to be in Africa, because in Africa, the sun is a permanent part of life.
If I was in Africa, it'd be it'd be trouble.
Now, what do you say to the African men who are watching you now, please?
Hi. Hi. How you doing? Hope you're enjoying the sun while you're drinking your drinks.
Send your phone numbers to this man and hook her up.
Yes, my man.
All right.
We are just taking the greetings now to our people back there. What do you say to the people from Africa who are watching you? The girls.
Hello, Africa. Hello, girls. Give your number to this man.
Yes, go on, Simon.
I'd like to say peace, love and respect to you all.
Here in Elephant and Castle in London, continuing the interview we started today. It's a very hot day. We have just been lucky to meet a black woman here in London, and I introduce her to you in this very minute. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What's your name, please?
Vivian.
Vivian. Hi, Vivian. You all right?
I'm fine, thank you.
Vivian, we're trying to ask how you feel about the weather.
To be quite honest with you, I don't like it. It's too hot. There's no breeze to it. It's very humid, it's sticky. I don't like it.
So, are you saying the summer is not your best time?
No, do you know what? I like the summer, but when it's this hot like today, it's just unbearable for me. I don't like it.
Do you think like the paper is saying that today is one of the hottest days?
Yes.
In England?
Yes.
Have you ever noticed such temperature?
I would say a couple of years ago it was quite hot like this. I think it was 2004.
Right. So what are you doing today then?
I'm shopping.
You're shopping?
Yeah, I just came out to do my shopping, yeah. And I decided to get some buns as well because I love it.
Oh, okay. And we would like you to also tell our people of what do you do if the weather is this hot?
Stay at home.
Yeah.
Or buy an air condition.
Well, I met some people in the park.
Okay.
I've met some people working. I've met some people, mothers with their trolleys and all that. And do you go to parks yourself in this kind of weather?
No, it's too hot. I mean, it depends. Maybe later on in the evening. Yes, I would go to parks.
When you travel, sorry, sweetheart, when you travel on holidays, do you go to places because of the sun as well?
Yes.
And where have you visited before?
I've been to Spain, I've been to Greece, Nigeria, obviously, because I'm from Nigeria, and Ghana.
You've been to Ghana as well? Wow. And as a lady, ladies out there would like to know, how do you keep yourself like a lady, sanitary good in the sun like this? Like, I'm talking about cologne or anti-what?
Walk around with your body spray, you definitely need that, and just keep your skin moisturized, and that's it really.
And clothing?
As little as possible.
As what?
Little as possible.
Oh my God. When you say
I'm only joking, I'm only joking.
The little means size. And I tell you one thing, we are going to interview some more people with some nearly little dresses in the body.
Oh,
but before we go, we'd like her to say hello to the Nigerian fans who are watching her now.
Hello.
And what's your message in the sun?
Stay at home. And sunscreen, loads of sunscreen and your deodorant. That's it.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Okay, thank you.
Then we come around to a very popular part of London. I'm talking about Brixton, a very, very lucrative area that people who don't know London would have a positive or negative news or information about. But I can tell you one thing. Brixton is where the Africans mostly are doing their businesses professionally. Those who are going to university, students are there. Those who work in high-rising companies are there. And I have an African with me here who is here in London and who I want him to meet our people. Hi, my friend. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, bro.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Yinka, you know.
Yinka. So how are you doing?
Well, not too bad.
Well,
bro.
being Yinka, you know, I think you're Nigerian.
Yeah, I'm a Nigerian.
British Nigerian.
Well, African Nigeria.
Oh, okay. Yinka, we are talking about really the sun.
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel the sun?
The sun is hot now. The heat is not bad because the weather is hot now. It's about 33 degrees now.
About 37.
37 degrees today.
Yeah.
Well, it's still hot, but I mean, we can still cope.
What do you do in the sun? How do you enjoy the sun yourself?
Well,
how do you go? What do you do in the sun?
Well, actually, I'm always in the car, you know, with my AC. So actually, when I come, I always feel the heat. Actually, it's hot now.
Well, British cars don't mostly have ACs. You must have a very comfortable car.
Mine is a very comfortable car, you know. I like to sit down in my car feeling comfortable.
Ah, tell me, man. Now, you see, as a Nigerian as well, I'm sure you have experienced the heat in Nigeria. I mean, the sun and all. We talked about the sun. I want you to compare, since you are a Nigerian, the sun here and the sun back home.
The difference is a little bit there. When I mean there is when Nigerian hot sun is more hotter than this, and my Nigerian hot weather is all right, as if the cloud, you can stay in the sun in Nigeria, but here it will be itching you in the body. So I mean, it's a little bit different. But now people are going out now in the weather, in the park, going out in the park, enjoying themselves, going to the beach. Everywhere is full up now, so I mean we're really enjoying the weather now, as I say.
Yeah. So I mean, what about your Agbada and Buba? I mean, this is the time to put it on.
It's hot now.
Yeah.
Just only on Sunday.
Yeah.
Mind you.
Yes.
We are workers here. We walk around there. Yeah?
Yes.
So on Sunday you go out to see, visit people.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean the different. You can't be wearing that now. I mean it's so obvious. When you're not in Nigeria.
Yes.
On Friday you can put it on. It's not. It's not a big deal. You can wear it so far if you are comfortable. You have a car. You can drive anywhere. It's fine. But now, as I say, enjoying the weather. Anyway. Going to the park now. Right now, I have to be somewhere. It's not, carefully, you know, got to enjoy myself, you know?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, it's allowed. Well, since you just mentioned your girlfriend, is your girlfriend around?
Well, I need to pick her up now. Just wait.
Oh boy. Okay. Anyway, do you have any message to our people back home in Nigeria? Anybody you want to greet? Anything?
I send my greetings to my parents, my brothers, sisters, and everyone there. You know, that they're enjoying the weather. Sooner or later, I'll meet them in Nigeria.
Yeah. And now I just have a very, very wonderful friend, somebody I just met down the road. Nice guy. Please, can you introduce your name, please?
Delroy.
Delroy. Delroy, where are you from, please?
I'm from Jamaica.
Ah, Delroy from Jamaica in England. Jim, we're talking about the sun, the weather. What do you feel about the sun?
The sun is wonderful, but there's no breeze. That's the only thing. But the sun itself is really nice.
In Jamaica?
Yeah.
How is the sun in Jamaica?
It's hot, but you've got a slight breeze with it.
Yeah?
Yes.
And how do you have fun in the sun here in England compared with how do you have sun in the sun?
Doesn't matter where you are, you have fun the same way.
Yeah, but how many times do you have the sun here?
Only about 2 or 3 weeks, so you have to make the best of it.
And what do you do in this time, though?
Go to the park, relax with friends, have a drink, and just chill out.
What about the Jamaican sisters and brothers? Do they come together and have this kind of fun?
Of course.
What do they do?
We all meet up in the park, have a drink, have a chat, have a laugh.
Oh, wow.
Okay?
Yeah. Can you send I want you to send greetings to Nigeria, to our friends in Nigeria.
Greetings to all the brothers and sisters in Nigeria from Delroy, London.
Please meet my new guest. What's your name, sir?
Blacker Dread.
Blacker Dread. Blacker Dread, could you tell us how you enjoy the sun, sir?
Yeah, man, I love it, man. I love the sun because I just come back from Jamaica and the sun was blistering. The only difference in the sun is that England is pure concrete, so there's no way for you to get the breeze.
Right.
But at any time, I prefer the sun.
But when the sun is up like this here in England, what do you do? How do you recreate yourself?
I just work as normal because England is so cold that it can only make up for the cold time.
So what do you do? What do you do, sir?
Today I've been working all day. I know it's very hot, but I just drink a lot of water.
What do you say to our brethren back there in Africa?
I said I wish I could come home and enjoy the sun that you have all the time, because this sun is not the real sun. This is just European sun. No good.
Yes, in the same vein of what you've been listening to, I have a new guest with me here. Can you introduce yourself to the audience, please?
Yeah, my name is Robert Jr. Henry.
Robert Jr. Henry. Robert, we're talking about the sun. How do you feel the sun here in London?
Well, it's very, very hot at the moment, and because we're not used to it, it's making it worse. I mean, no air conditions in the house, hurtful night to night.
Compare the sun here with the sun in, say, in the Caribbean.
At least in the Caribbean we have wind with it, but in England right now it's just 93 degrees dead heat, no breeze at all whatsoever.
And what do you do in this circumstance as like recreation? What do you do?
Recreation, nothing. You know, in this weather you ain't got the energy to do anything. Don't even want to work. You know, it's a dehydrating kind of heat.
What about heat in Africa, which is very constant because the sun is always there?
Well, it's a different kind of sun. The tropical sun is different from more than this climate control sun. This is not English. This is not proper sun. You know, it's just dead heat.
Would you have preferred to be in such a sun in Africa than being here?
Yes, definitely. Anywhere apart from England.
But our people all there are thinking that the sun here or the weather here will be better than what we have there.
No, as I say, this heat is kind of like, it's a heat that makes you tired. You can't do nothing in it.
I hear you.
I was on the bus today and the bus reached 42 degrees.
Boy.
Inside the bus.
Oh, that's
you know, yeah. And as I say, England's not prepared for this weather. The buses are not air conditioned, the trains are not air conditioned, and a lot of the cars as well are not air conditioned.
Yeah. All right, Junior, could you, because this is for the African audience, and I know that they will be very happy to hear you say something to them, to the African audience. Send them some greetings and let them know.
Africa, I love. I was there last year and I had a wicked time in Nigeria, and I drove from Nigeria to Ghana. Took me 14 hours, and the car which we was in wasn't air conditioned, and I didn't feel this hot.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't an air conditioned car.
You drove from Nigeria?
Yeah, we left at 4 o'clock in the morning and reached 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Wicked.
And the breeze was different.
Yes.
Complete different breeze.
Yes.
You know?
So you are the root man then?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
so I know Africa, I know Nigeria, I know Yaba Yaba, I know Ilorin, Abuja.
Oh.
Yeah, I was in all those places.
Respect, man. Respect, Junior. Respect. Yes, we're back again, and you could see from my background that the sun is going down. We want to let you know that as the sun has been so hot, you have to change dressing, change attire to meet up the sun. But then, it's an interesting person I just met. Please, I want you to welcome Bede.
Hi.
Could you tell me your full name, please?
Yeah, it's Andrew Bede Blun.
Andrew Bede Blun. We call him Bede. Bede, how are you, my friend?
I'm very well, thank you. Very well.
What about this weather, Bede? We are doing this program because of the weather in England, especially London, where you live.
Yeah.
The sun and all that. What do you think about the sun?
Well, it certainly is. This time of year, it makes for very enjoyable days outside, and it encourages people to get out more and exercise and enjoy the sunshine and enjoy outdoor lifestyle. I think it encourages people outdoors, which is a good thing. And I mean, from the point of view of the gardening, it's great as well, because it's trying to get people out there, but also get them connected with nature again, and get them back into gardening. And the sunshine helps entice people into their gardens. I think when it's raining and when it's grey, I think it sort of doesn't discourage people, but that is an important part of the weather cycle. But it's nice to have some sunshine to get people out there and get in.
This is getting interesting, because I've never even spoken about the nature and the earth with the sun with most of the interviews I've had. And when you talked about gardening, it's very interesting because our people predominantly in Africa are farmers.
Yeah.
So, and do you do organic gardening?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I mean, I just here at home. I mean, I do. You know, I grow my own vegetables. I mean, it's only small scale, just enough to, you know, just for the enjoyment aspect of it, really.
Yeah.
You know, so but it's. Do
you use fertilizers?
No, I try not to. I try not to. Just because it's, you know, it pollutes the water course, and you know, if you can try and avoid using it, I think it's a good thing. Only as and when you really need to.
Are you sure the fertilizer? I mean, I think fertilizer. We even have a factory.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, there's organic fertilizers that you can get, but I thought you were in reference to pesticides and things like that, which I try and avoid using, and just let nature sort of take its course and try and plant. If you try and plant certain plants and shrubs with other vegetables and flowers, it can what is a pest to one thing can actually be a predator to something else. So say you've got a fly on one particular a pest to one particular crop, you plant another flower, and there's attracts a certain insects, and that is a predator to that fly. So the sort of natural cycle of the garden takes over, and there's no need for pesticides and things like that. So
Peter, with the sun, you know, being like this, today has been according to the Metropolitan Weather Report. It said that today is one of the hottest days in England.
Yeah, I think it was the hottest July day ever. I think the last one was about 100 years ago or something.
Yeah, they said 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Wonderful. But in Africa, we do have the sun every day of our lives.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I will get a bit draining, I think. I think we need the rain, and I know as a gardener, I mean, everybody, I mean, it's a classic English thing to for us to always, when it's raining we want it dry, when it's dry we want it to rain, when it's hot we want it cold, when it's cold we want it hot. But you know, I think it's important to remember that, you know, the sunshine is good, but I think we're in a state of flux as a planet at the moment, and I think we are changing our planet and changing the nature of weather, and I don't know, we don't know yet whether it's how bad or whether it will be for the worse.
Are you trying to say we're getting some global warming from this kind of weather?
I mean, I think it is. I mean, you know, I think you know, it's quite clear. I mean, I'm 29 now, and I've noticed a difference in the summers and the warm weather in my short life. So you know, I think there's obviously definitely something on a climatic level going on, and I think it's important we try and for the future of ourselves and also our children. You know, I think we need to try and address that as soon as we can, just to because, as you say, I mean, having the sun every day in Africa can become very draining, and also, as we're discussing in the news and the media today, the issue of drought in London is becoming a real problem, and I think that will be more prevalent as the future goes on in Britain. You know, and I think it's something that we need to address today, otherwise we're going to leave ourselves with some really serious problems in the future.
Do you think if the sun is out and everybody's having fun, does that attract more pollution? That is, will people drive more cars? Will people enter more trains? Will people move from one place to the other? Will people burn more wood for barbecue and all that?
Yeah.
Are those part of?
I don't know. I mean, you know, I'm not. I don't know any of the stats on that, so
okay, forget about that.
That's all right. But no, I don't know whether it would.
What about fun, leisure? In the sun, what do you do normally, typically?
Well, just
you want to enjoy the sun.
Sunbathing. Sport, which sounds probably mad, because like when it's baking hot you don't really want to be.
I know you're a freaky sportsman. You run a lot, you ride the bicycle.
But yeah, it's all good fun. But yeah, certainly just kicking a ball around in the sunshine and sunbathing, checking out the
girls.
The what's on offer, exactly.
Yeah.